Welcome to Peer2Peer, the podcast. I'm Chris Willis, Rayner's Chief Marketing Officer, standing in for our regular host, Dr. Ben LaHood, to bring you a special episode focused on the upcoming ESCRS in Copenhagen. For those listening, not watching, I do not have a sunny Mediterranean vista behind me like our two previous episodes shot in Sicily during ophthalmopreneurs, nor do I have a vast array of very cool trainers behind me as Ben does. I am definitely not Ben, it's Chris today, but I am live from our head office in Worthing, which for our international listeners is on the south coast of England. And it's where we make over 2 million IOLs each year. For this episode, I'm very pleased to be joined by Anne Nestor, Rayner's Medical Communications Manager.
Hi, Chris. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you back, Anne. I think this is your second time on the podcast, right?
Right.
And also Nathalie Martin, our newly appointed European Marketing Manager, who is live from our office in Berlin. Hey, welcome, Nathalie.
Chris, thanks for the invite.
Before we get into our discussion, Nathalie, Anne, why don't you introduce yourselves to our audience?
Hi, I'm Anne. I'm the Medical Communications Manager at Rayner, based in one of the best capital cities in the world, in Berlin. My key responsibility is to manage KOL engagement strategies at Rayner. And the ESCRS Congress, together with the Rayner Symposium, is always a scientific highlight for me. It is the fourth symposium under my responsibility.
You make a fantastic job, may I add to that? Okay, before I jump in. Hi, I'm Nathalie. I'm the marketing manager for Europe. I started a little over 3 years ago as the marketing manager for the German-speaking countries, Germany, Austria, Switzerland. And I'm still based in Berlin, where I'm sitting today. ESCRS now also falls under my responsibility. I'm very excited to run the show for the first time this year.
Well, welcome, both of you. Thank you for introducing yourselves. So now we're all introduced. Nathalie, why don't we start with you? Last year's ESCRS in Barcelona was a really incredible meeting, both in terms of the scientific program. Kudos to Professor Ribeiro. And also for Rayner, we launched the world's first spiral IOL. I think everybody knows about that by now. And our Swiss-made Sophi phaco machine. Oh, and we actually had a line, and thanks to your organization, and a line around the building for our Galaxy lunch symposium on Sunday. So, Nathalie, no pressure in this new role, but can you tell us what you have planned for this year to build on from 2024?
Well, was it really that crazy last year? I missed it, unfortunately. So, I guess last year was all about launching Galaxy. Only a few people had really surgical experience with the lens, and made a good job in presenting it. Our symposium having a line that were, I don't know, it was all full of people called security, I heard.
You do.
And so it was about first clinical data, preclinical data. So this year we are focusing more on robust 1-year data. And Anne is, I think, covering that, how we're going to do that in the symposium. What I would argue is that we have the most interactive booth experience this year, which is kind of twofold. We have on one hand side Sophi, our phaco system, on the side where we have live demos. You in the audience, or hopefully maybe surgeons, have the opportunity to book 30-minute slots to really get a hands-on experience how our device is used in a pig's eye. Plus, we just managed to have 3 of our accomplished centers of excellence, Dr. Dimitriev, Dr. Mertens, and Dr. Silva, doing a live workshop style presentation at the booth. So this will be super exciting. On a practical point of view. Then on the second hand, we will have Galaxy, and this year we have the opportunity to experience Galaxy live at the stand. We invited the Decimal, who have a device called RALV, which stands for Real Artificial Lens Vision. It is basically a projector where you put our lenses in. It's not really a simulation, it's the real deal, right? So you put a monofocal in, an enhanced monofocal in, a trifocal in, and a Galaxy, and it's really eye-opening what the differences are. So in quality of vision between a traditional trifocal lens and our full range of vision IOL Galaxy. So really, I invite you to come to the booth and see it by yourself.
Amazing. Thank you. So Anne, from a medical communication standpoint, each year we get noisier and noisier. We talk about share of voice at Rayner, and you and I have been working on increasing our share of voice over the last years, and I think it's grown significantly. Can you share with the audience listening some insights into what they can expect to hear in regards to scientific data from Rayner?
Sure. As you said, it's getting noisier and noisier every year. It's been an incredible ride and very nice building up the buzz over this past years. So this year, again, we have a special and unique clinical data being presented. We are looking forward to seeing results from a single center prospective randomized control trial comparing posterior capsular opacifications, so PCO rates, and visual outcomes of the Ray 1 monofocal hydrophobic and the Ray 1 monofocal hydrophilic IOL. I think everyone gets why this is exciting. The study was conducted at the St. Thomas Hospital in London, UK. Patients with cataracts were randomized to receive either IOL, hydrophilic or hydrophobic, same platform, as you know, Ray 1. And the follow-ups were conducted at 1 month, 6 months, 12 months, and 24 months. So last year, we saw preliminary 12 months results that showed no statistically significant differences in postoperative visual outcomes and visually significant PCO between the groups. In Copenhagen this year, we will learn about the 24 months results on Saturday in the monofocal and advanced monofocal IOL session at 5 p.m. Don't miss it.
So let me get this right, Anne. So same surgeon, same clinic, same pretty much everything apart from same manufacturer of lenses. The only difference is material, yet statistically there is no difference when you look at PCO rates and YAG rates over 12 months and soon to hear about if there's any change over 24 months. That feels like that could put a conversation to bed, doesn't it? Looking forward to seeing that. And so, Anne, I know you're working on our symposium, which will be Sunday lunchtime. Can you talk to the audience a little bit about that?
Yes, absolutely. The Rayner Lunch Symposium is titled The Galaxy Era, Redefining Outcomes with AI Spiral Optics. Our panel will present the latest clinical data, digital innovations, prompts. That's all about patient-reported outcomes, and comparisons against other advanced technology IOLs. Something we get a lot of questions on. Our host is a very well-known face, regularly on the ophthalmologist power list, and our resident peer-to-peer host. I think you guessed it. It's Dr. Ben LaHood.
I mean, it's not Chris Willis.
Ben will be on stage, peer-to-peer live, so to say, with Mr. Alon Barsam from London, who will present robust clinical data from our multi-center data collection at 6 months after surgery. Further, Dr. Başak Bostancı from Istanbul will be there, and she will share her experience with Galaxy in challenging eyes, for example, eyes that had prior corneal refractive surgery. Also, we are happy to welcome Dr. Tabitha Neuhan for the first time on our panel. She is from Munich, and she will explain their clinic's patient selection pathway in terms of selecting the right advanced technology IOL for their patients. And last but not least, we will have Dr. Roger Saldivar from Buenos Aires in our panel, and he will show how Galaxy and Galaxy Spiral Optic compare against diffractive trifocal IOL clinically.
Thank you, Anne. It's great to see Dr. Zaldivar and Dr. Barsam presenting outcomes on proms using Ray Pro. And Nathalie, actually somebody who we've not talked about and maybe could have been here was Stan Windsor. You know him, I think many others do. So Stan will be on the booth and he'll be talking all things digital health. We have Ray Pro, which I think everybody knows about, Ray Trace, our IOL calculator, and the new patient platform EyeJourney, which provides patients with support throughout their EyeJourney. Very exciting. I know you both heard about it, but I think for our audience, it's definitely something new to come and learn about on the Rayner booth. And we can add the link to this platform in the show notes for people who want to learn more ahead of the ESCRS. Now, Nathalie, and a quick question for you both. So my first ESCRS, this will age me now, was 2006. For me, one of the best things about ESCRS is seeing so many friends. It's like a community, and you get to have this near high school reunion every year. that you attend this meeting, and the opportunity to meet up with friends and colleagues is just fantastic. And I really look forward to these meetings, and I'm really looking forward to Copenhagen. But I guess what I'm interested in is, what about you? What are you looking forward to this year?
So I look very much forward to see colleagues again, to see surgeons again from all over the world. It does feel like some kind of class reunion every year. And a highlight for me is the HASA rooftop parties, not only because they're on the rooftop, but also because they take place on Sunday evening after the symposium. So this is actually the first time I'm really in the mood of celebrating.
Eric will appreciate that. Shout out to HASA and all they're doing for sustainability. We do have HASA instruments in our booth, and yes, they do host a very fun educational event on Sunday evening, which everyone should go to, and it just happens to be on a rooftop and with a great view. So we look forward to that. Nathalie, what about you? What are you looking forward to this year?
I would say this is the first time I'm leading the Congress or leading the show, and the first year I'm in a European role. So I guess my opportunity to not only speak to the DACH customers, but all international speakers, and kind of spreading my network in the European field a little bit more. So I'm looking forward to that.
Great. Well, with that, I'd like to thank you both for your time today. Thank our listeners, not just for listening to this episode, but listening to all our content. We, and that includes everyone backstage at Rayner and all the guests we've had, and especially Ben, who's been a fantastic host and will continue to host. We love making this podcast. And we do track engagement on every episode to understand what topics and which speakers you enjoy listening to. We do our best to ensure that we continue to provide you, our listener, content of real value. So if I can ask one thing, it would be for you to hit follow on whatever platform you use. This will ensure that you get each episode that we create just as it's released. So thanks again. Stay tuned for more content. We'll be back to our normal programming with Ben as host on Peer2Peer, the podcast. Thank you. Thanks, Anne. Thanks, Nathalie.
Thank you, Chris.